My name is Diedrich Hadiaki Hajawara Thomas. I'm the CEO of Hadiaki, a fashion house designing garments for notable clients in the sports and entertainment industry. My studio is built around a lifestyle, built around an experience. If you were to think of Maison Hadiaki, you would think of a fashion house that exists in Paris. So it's something that you have to come and really see with your own eyes. Some of my most notable clients that I've worked with over the years include Samuel L. Jackson, Urban Magic Johnson, Steve Smith, Paul Millsap, Steve Harvey, Mo Williams, Clifford Tip Harris, just to name a few.
I've known Diedrich for maybe 4 years now. The same amount of time I've been getting my custom bespoke garments from Hadiaki. I don't think you can get much better than that.
Like that? Here at Hadiaki, it's a different experience for each client. We really focus on the individuality of the client. So the first thing we do is actually go through a consultation with the client to really understand, their needs, their wants, their desires. After they go through that process, we end up with something that parallels their aspirations. So how you feel, man?
It's done smooth, bro.
We're actually really, able to take them through the process of accomplishing that goal. And it's just unique to them.
And thanks for joining us here at the Battle in the Apple on SUV TV. This one's underway, about 30 seconds in. SFG, Strive for Greatness versus the Gauchos. This is a 16U matchup. Good atmosphere as the Wrens took on the Whiz Kids just before this matchup, one in which it was all Renaissance. Nas Cunningham was tremendous. They're in a good matchup that featured Ian Jackson. And several other talented prospects there in that one. But we'll focus on the task at hand, this 16U matchup of the Gauchos versus Strive for Greatness. Pull-up jumper, no good. It'll be Gauchos basketball again there off of the offensive rebound, and three. It's good to go there for Elijah Parker. So Parker with the triple.
Y'all go to your bench for a second. Y'all go to your bench for a second.
That's a pretty tight spot.
Watch this.
Of course your Buick parks itself. That's so you.
It's just up here on the right.
Of course you know where we're going. That's so you.
Kind of got a sixth sense.
And a head-up display.
They're here.
Hit the field, warm up. You brought all these players in your Buick?
Yeah,
So you.
it is.
There's a Buick that fits your life. Because at the heart of it,
Pizza Hut's stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half-pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, just $12.99. Only from Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
This one's for every sports fan who just spent the entire game explaining to someone the entire game. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Hi, I'm Dominique Wilkins, and welcome to my backyard and CBA Sports. At CBA Sports, we create family fun and a lifetime of memories. From our custom-built court systems, putting greens, synthetic lawn, to complete outdoor living spaces. From a single court to your own backyard fantasy, we can do any or all to accommodate your yard, your budget, and your lifestyle. As president of CBA Sports, I invite you to stop by our design center where you can see and play on all our products. I hope to see you soon.
Supermarket sushi, really?
No. Wait, Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working, huh?
Oh, Troy, you're such a good teacher.
Yeah, I know. Never not working. Never not working. Never ever not working.
Are you serious?
Never not working. Dandruff protection that's never not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology.
SFG. Count that. Y'all 12 for a reason. Y'all 12 for a reason. The pass. Line up. Cha-ching.
All right, 9-3 ball game here in progress. Brief delay, but we got a long day of basketball, and we'll be here. We're here with you all day here on SUV TV. Foul there on that most recent dunk attempt. It's Halon Rawlins will head to the free throw line. Rawlins was a highly active member of this Gauchos team last night when they got the victory over Black Ops Cadets. Has brought that same level of activity here to day 2 of the battle in the Apple. First free throw's good. Rawlins splits the pair. Tanner Jones, number 4 today, was number 30 yesterday. Strong guard, drives to the rack, and he'll go to the line and shoot 2. Tanner Jones is on the floor with Farrell Compton, number 1. Braden Burries, number 23. Number 22, Malik Rasul. And last but not least, James Evans. First free throw off the mark. On the Gaucho side of things, number 11, Elijah Parker. Halon Rawlins, number 12. Number 14, Brandon Storrs Jr. Number 13, Jaden Almanar. And last but not least, number 1, Caleb Popola. Parker will bring it across. So a 6-point advantage for the Gauchos. Storrs Jr. drives on Rasul, loses his footing as he slips and gets called for the travel. Get a little assistance from our ball boys on site, keeping the playing surface safe for all of the players involved. Greatly appreciated, young fella. 6-point game, now a 7-point game, correction, in favor of the Gauchos. Jones takes it right at the chest of Almanar. Can't get the shot to go. Gauchos coming the other way. Here's Storrs Jr. No, sir. That one blocked by James Evans. Now here's Burries. Burries to Compton. Compton tries to dunk everything here. It's the below the rim finish, but he gets the hoop and the horn. Thus Farrell Compton. So I'm not sure what the officials are touching base on here. I think the Gauchos have picked up a technical. So Compton at the line, he'll shoot his personal foul free throw, so he gets the back end of the three-point play the hard way. Thus Compton, and now Braden Burries will step up for the technical free throws. Good on the first. And Burry's back rims the second. Bryce James, number 6, is checked into the contest for Strive for Greatness. So he's joined on the floor by the aforementioned Braden Burries, number 23. Number 3, James Evans. And number 44, Mr. Burnside. And number 1, Pharaoh Compton. So we got a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. You're watching the Battle in the Apple here on SUV TV.
You know how some carriers give you so little for your older busted phone you just end up living with it? I don't think so. Verizon lets you trade in your broken phone for a shiny new one. You break it, we upgrade it. You dunk it, doggy bone it, slam it, wham it, strawberry jam it. We upgrade it.
Get a 5G phone on us with select plans.
Every customer, current, new, or business. Because everyone deserves better.
And with plans starting at just $35, better costs less than you think.
And we are back out of the timeout. A 3-point game. Currently in favor of the Gauchos. As the officials are touching base with the scores table, not sure the exact nature of the delay, but just taking a second to get things right with the clock. Patience being a virtue in this case as the players try to stay warm. The 90-degree temperatures outside should help with that cause. And it looks like we are ready to roll. 4-10. Left to play here in the first quarter. 3-point lead for the Gauchos. Burnside has recently checked into the contest. He'll work it up to Burries. Burries calls for it. Now he gets it. He'll drive and lay it in. Braden Burries. Great control of the situation there by Burries. Makes it a 10-11 ball game with his latest score. Ty Turnage with the basketball for the Gauchos. Gets it to Storrs Jr. Guarded by James. James gets a hand on it. And it'll be last touch by Strive for Greatness. So James gets the stop there on that particular juncture against Storrs Jr. Now he'll switch over and guard Turnage. Goes from wing to guard, shows you a little scalability on the defensive end. Burries gets the board. SFG will bring it the other way. Working inside to Evans. Evans, mouse in the house. Can't get that shot to go. And by the way, when I say mouse in the house, I'm strictly talking relative to the matchup. No disrespect or pun intended. But you had a James Evans with the smaller Popote. Popote, a very capable defender. He showed that in last night's win. At the end of the day, just as the NBA playoffs are underscoring, the ability to work matchups is huge. Different level, but applies at the grassroots stage as well. As it looks like we got another break in the action, so I think there's an issue with the scoreboard. So we got a brief break. We'll step away and take a break with them. It's 10-11, Gauchos versus SFG 16U.
You see, Head & Shoulders has scalp shield technology, protects against flakes even between washes. It's never not working.
Kind of like us. We're never not working. Number 15?
That's my rub.
Ooh, nice.
Never not working.
Never, ever, never, ever not working.
Welcome everybody to Juneau, Alaska.
I don't like this one.
Me neither.
Let's get out of here.
Dandruff protection that's never not working. Head and
Alexa, play our favorite song again.
Okay.
We are back from the timeout. And pardon the delay, there's been some technical difficulties on site with the scoreboard. Times where it's reset. They're trying to correct the issue, minimize the delays, but obviously it takes a little second to try to get it right and resume play. So we are back to the action. The reverse, that one's blocked out of there by a combination of Birdside and Compton. Now Turnage has the basketball, guarded by James. Foul on the play. Turnage a little slow getting up, but appears to be okay. We'll see who the foul was called against. Still waiting on the signal from the officials, but you have a few Strive for Greatness substitutions set to check in after this first free throw. Turnage looking for the bounce and unable to get it. So in for Strive for Greatness, it'll be Cameron Smith, number 10. Number 0, Braylon Wells. Number 4, Tanner Jones. And number 13, Frank Wilson. As they'll join Bryce James, number 6, on the floor. Turnage good on the second free throw. So a modest advantage for the Gauchos, currently leading by 2. James with it, guarded by Murillo. Entry pass in to Wells. Wells had that shot blocked by Storrs Jr. It's the little things. I appreciate the entry pass elements. I think a lot of times post players catch the rap when a lot of times the post players aren't being properly fed because that small fundamental of the entry pass is kind of lost. You saw a nice one there, even though it was blocked out of bounds. Now James looking to go to work. Has that shot blocked. And now it's Turnage coming the other way. Rollins, corner kick. 3 ball, too strong. Storrs with the offensive board. Good hustle for the 50-50 ball. It'll be a jump ball, and we'll see where the possession arrow sends it. There's Cam Smith. And Storrs Jr. got tied up there. Also, Smith is number 2. I had him listed as 10, which is based on last night's jerseys. He's number 2 today. So please note the change accordingly. Jones will bring it across. He's guarded by Elijah Parker. James will try a 3. Just off the mark, rebounded by Parker as they'll bring it ahead. Parker looked like a pretty clean block by Wells. They'll get him for a foul, and that will send Parker to the line. So a 1-point game, and Parker at the line with a chance to grow the advantage to 3. He'll have to settle for a 2-point advantage at most as he misses the first. Goes ahead and uses the insurance policy of the window for the second one. Banks that one right on in. We still got a 2-point game. Step back jumper. Jones off the mark. They fight for the rebound. Klinko it around, and it's Turnage that comes away with it. Storrs tied up momentarily, spins around, and will draw the foul. First free throw in and out. Points have been at a premium so far here in this first quarter on both sides. It happens. Definitely not from a shortage of effort on either side. Storrs to Rollins. Rollins will drive now and finish it. Payloin Rollins. Pushes the Gauchos lead to 4 points. Again, like I said, he's got a great motor, good size and wingspan, and he's been putting it to use on both ends here at the Battle in the Apple. 3 defenders, doesn't matter. I'm coming through and I got a bucket to get. Mission accomplished. Nice work there by Rollins over the SFG defenders. So I think there's been a technical foul assessed to SFG. So the technical tally, we've got a technical apiece. One on each side. So I guess, and if you look at it that way, I mean, glass half empty, half full. If you're looking at it half full, I guess it's, you know, relatively objective. It's not like it's one technical on just one side. That's both coaches making their cases heard. We move on. It's a 5-point contest. Great coaches on both sides and talent on the floor as they continue to get loose. Burries blocks that one from Turnage. Now we'll bring it the other way. James kicks it to Rasul in the corner. He'll drive baseline in the reverse. Lake Rasul pulls strive for greatness to within 3. Storrs Jr. kicks it to a wide open Rollins. No good on the 3-point attempt. Evans tried to tip it away over to Rasul, but instead it lands right in the hands of Storrs Jr. Compton wrestles it away. Turnover. Now Storrs will try a triple. Burries done a good job rebounding from the guard position so far here in this game. He'll shoot it. Good if it goes. And the first quarter will come to a close. 3-point contest in favor of the Gauchos. You're watching the Battle in the Apple here on SUV TV. We'll be back with the second quarter.
Nope. Nope.
Come on, him?
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
He's an 8.
He's a 9.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Oh, that spin class was brutal. Well, you can try using the Buick's massaging seat. Ooh, yeah, that's nice.
Can I use Apple CarPlay to put some music on?
Sure, it's wireless.
Pick something we all like. Okay, hold on. What's your Buick's Wi-Fi password?
Buick Envision 2021.
Oh, you should pick something stronger. That's really predictable. That's a really tight spot. Don't worry.
I used to hate parallel parking.
Me too.
Hey.
Really outdid yourself.
Yes, we did.
The all-new Buick Envision, an SUV built around you.
Oh, it was terrible. I was totally stranded.
No TP?
Nope. Empty road.
So what happened?
Well, we started buying Charmin Super Mega Roll.
Whoa, that's huge.
Charmin Super Mega Roll is 6 rolls in one and lasts so much longer, you don't always have to worry about the roll running out.
I'm glad you were rescued, Dad.
Me too. It was a huge relief.
Enjoy the go with Charmin. Guaranteed.
You see, Head & Shoulders has Scalp Shield technology, protects against flakes even between washes. It's never not working.
Kind of like us. We're never not working. Number 15?
That's my rub.
Ooh, nice.
Never not working.
Never, ever, never, ever not working.
Welcome everybody to Juneau, Alaska.
I don't like this one.
Me neither.
Let's get out of here.
Dandruff protection that's never not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology.
And welcome back to St. John's Prep, home of day 2 and day 3 of the Battle in the Apple. Jadakiss courtside. Just one example of the culture that you can see courtside as culture and competition collide at the battle events as usual. It's been a great Battle Time Strive for Greatness tour. The Apple, or the Big Apple. The third stop, it was LA first, then on to Atlanta for the Battle in the South. And we'll follow up with Akron right around that 4th of July time frame. So a very good slate, touching base in some great basketball markets. We resume play in this one. Second quarter action, Bryce James with the basketball. Good physical drive to the cup. Foul going to go against Turnage. As you can see, Turnage, James doing a good job playing through the contact. There's a foul occurred right there at the three-point line and continued. James just rolling through the contact. Gets the foul call, and now Burries and company will try to make it happen. Currently trailing by 3. Burries says no longer. We'll see if they rule that a 2 or a 3. Either way, it's a 1-point game or a tie ball game. They do opt to make it a 2. So Strive for Greatness pulls to within 1. Solid start from Burries so far. Compton, skies up for the rebound. Looking to go coast to coast. Literally and figuratively. From LA/Vegas, if you're Compton, all the way out here to NYC, and they're coast to coast in this game as well. As you see him bouncing off of orange jerseys and orange bodies, and getting the bounce. Chance for the three-point play the hard way here if he can knock down the free throw. Strive for Greatness with a 1-point advantage. Make it a 2-point advantage now as Farrell Compton takes care of business at the free throw line. Rasul, not sure if he blocked that, but he at least changed it. Beautiful footwork by Braden Burries. Burries having a little fun out there.
1-2, 1-2. Oh, that'll work. Merry Christmas.
Lead now sits at 4 in favor of SFG. Here's Turnage. Trying to give Burries a taste of his own medicine, and we're going to have a foul on the play. Believe it's going to go against Rasul. There's guards on both sides adding a little spice to the matchup here. Burries with the nice finish. A nice job of not wasting any time, getting it up ahead by Compton, and Burries does the rest. As SFG trying to get a little mojo going on their end. Turnage unable to get the free throw. He got a breather, but won't sit for too long as Halon Rollins, number 12, they're just in just behind Turnage, checks back into the contest. Turnage unable to split a pair, so he misses both. As Burries gets it across the timeline.
Oh, we'll fix all that tonight.
James Evans, count him for 3. So relatively quiet start so far for Evans, but he's just getting going. Evans does a good job of just being able to read and react, plays the game the right way. As Rollins putting that breather to good use as he knocks down a triple. It's going to prompt a timeout. Mention Evans can knock down the 3. Good movement without the ball. Makes the right pass, and Rollins on the other end answering back with a 3 of his own. So let's take a look at the rest of the schedule after this matchup. Followed by this one, Strive for Greatness 17U will take on the Riverside Hawks. Scheduled for a 3:15 p.m. tip. Obviously, that'll be adjusted. 4:30 p.m. tip, New York Wrens versus New Heights. That's the 17U matchup. And then you'll see the tandem of Strive for Greatness 16U and 17U again at 6 p.m. and 7:15 p.m. as they take on the New York Lightning and the New York Whiz Kids, respectively. We'll close everything out with an 8:30 p.m. matchup of New Heights versus the New York Lightning. So that's how the day will round out. First and foremost, we got a 4-point matchup here between Strive for Greatness 16U and the Gauchos, as we're just about 6 minutes away from intermission. First to James. James inside to Compton. Compton with the finish. He'll lay it up if need be. You know, he'll do whatever it takes to get the bucket, but make no mistake, Farrell Compton likes to dunk everything that is within that type of proximity where it should be dunked. Doesn't play with his food by any means. Pass intended for Burries. He got turned around a little bit, so Turner comes away with the steal. Let's say last touch, Strive for Greatness. It'll stick with the Gauchos. Take a look at Compton again. Nice post entry by James. Compton puts the feed to good use. Gets a hand on that 3-point attempt. Burries, pass intended for Compton. Compton flags it down. There was no foul on the play. Again, much respect to the officials. That's a hard one not to call a foul on. Ice cream from the corner. Score that splash for number 1, Caleb Popote. He pulls Gauchos to within 3. Burries attacking. Plays through the contact and gets the and one. So Braden Burries will head back to the line. Just doing a good job. Does a good job using his size in each matchup, but specifically against some of these smaller Gauchos guards. They're very feisty, not pushovers by any means, but there's an advantage that Burries has there, and he's been able to use it to the tune of helping SFG get up by 5 here as we approach the 4:40 mark here in the second quarter. In and out there on the free throw. Elijah Parker can't get the triple to go. Compton has it poked away. That was Popote. Storrs Jr., a good job of using his body. Took it right at the chest of Evans. And we'll head to the free throw line. So I've just gotten a different version of the SFG roster. Just want to correct a couple discrepancies. So number 2 is Jaden Alexander, not Cameron Smith. Number 2 is Jaden Alexander. And everyone else we've been good to go with. So apologies there to the Alexander family. Just made abreast of that revision. So I want to make sure we address it accordingly. 24-27 is your score. That one volleyball spiked into the ground by Burries, but not before a foul is called. That will send Elijah Parker to the free throw line. Second free throw was good, so Elijah Parker will split the pair and make it a 2-point ball game. Gauchos still trailing by 2. Here's Burries. Burries, mid-range jumper, can't get the shot to go. Mr. Burnside, wheeling, dealing inside and gets the bucket. I think Burnside, more minutes will yield additional results. And I've liked his energy off the bench. He hasn't really been able to get into a rhythm here so far, but I think he provides some good spot contributions. I like his energy. Doesn't take him long to get on the board here in today's contest. Turnage with a tough finish. Ty Turnage. Parker to Turnage. Now he'll get it back. Try a 3. Good. Ty Turnage feeling it a little bit. He's had a solid sequence here over the past few minutes as the Gauchos regain the lead, a narrow 1-point advantage. Braylon Wells is met at the rim by Brandon Storrs Jr., and he'll head to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Ty Turnage trying to turn things up here for the Gauchos, a 3 over the outstretched arm of Braylon Wells. So Wells heads to the charity stripe and puts SFG back up by 1. Under 3 minutes left to play here in the second quarter. Brandon Storrs Jr. will head to the free throw line, so he'll shoot 2. Storrs good on the first. That'll even us up at 31 apiece. Misses the second, so we'll stay at 31. Here's Burnside. That pass intended for Wells will be broken up. Burnside, an unselfish play there, was looking to create, but he had the advantage as he drove to the hole. Aired on the side of selflessness there. We'll see how he's able to adjust the next few possessions. In and out on the three-pointer there is Parker. Storrs Jr. He's been Hellman and Lunch Pail on the inside. So he gets the bucket, flips that one over to the official. A lot of white jerseys around him. Storrs Jr. still able to get the bucket. And he gives a little gamesmanship as he hands it directly to the official. Also gets a little bit of a breather as he heads back down to the other side as well. Strong power dribble and then a shot attempt that will send him to the line is Compton. Compton pacing himself a little bit, but I think they're going to be able to establish an advantage, or at least look to establish an advantage with Compton as the game goes on. He's just a tough player to keep at bay for an entire game. It's very apparent in the Strive for Greatness matchup against Compton Magic to start off the Battle Time Strive for Greatness tour. A comeback victory for Strive. They did a good job of keeping Compton at bay in the first half, but late, I mean, he was just a huge part of the comeback victory. One in which they got it done in overtime. Burries will dial up a triple. Can't get it to go. Nice box out by Storrs Jr. Burries behind the back, a nice heads up play. Compton uses the footwork and flushes it. As he wakes a couple members of the crowd up, does Compton with the catch, the footwork, and the finish. Storrs has that one blocked by Compton. Compton putting his fingerprints on this last sequence. Gets it to Burries. Burries twisting, can't get it to go. Compton, he misses. Jones follows up. The Gauchos offense bends but doesn't break on that particular play. Pull up, turnage. Off the mark, rebound was brought down by Jaden Alexander. Burries. I'm a little deep to take it too. I'll step back, take the three. He can't get it to go, but now here's Jones. Burries thought about the three. Instead, he's going to drive now. Easy lay. You see Pharaoh Compton. Burries, not sure if he saw Compton, but he might have out of his peripheral. Either way, just a good heads-up play. I'm going to throw it, and either way, I'm going to throw it towards our goal, see if something can happen. If something great happens as Pharaoh Compton does the rest. 33-36, 11 8/10 of a second remaining here in the second quarter. A little warm in the gym, but a hot gym is, you know, it's a good ground to not only get better, develop, condition. I think it adds to the atmosphere a little bit. And again, it's always a little easier to say that with a headset sitting at a table versus having to get up and down. We acknowledge and respect it. Kudos to everybody that's been a part of this year's Battle in the Apple here on SUV TV. Strive for Greatness currently leading by 3 as we are under 10 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Five and 2/10 of a second to work with. James will trigger it in. Here's Jones. Jones, tough shot. And that will do it for the first half. We've got a 3-point contest. We'll be back after intermission here on SUV TV.
We get speed as the new currency of success.
Our team spends way too much time tending to outdated applications and software when they should be focused on driving application agility and innovation.
CDW Amplify Development Services modernizes software and application development to help accelerate innovation and digital transformation.
So you mean building new applications, UI, and mobile interfaces?
Well, you said you needed to innovate more quickly.
Oh, so he's a listener.
To do more at scale, trust CDW Amplify Development Services.
That's a pretty tight spot.
Watch this.
Of course your Buick parks itself. That's so you.
It's just up here on the right.
Of course you know where we're going. That's so you.
Kinda got a sixth sense.
And a head-up display.
They're here.
Hit the field, warm up. You brought all these players in your Buick?
Yeah.
So you.
It is.
There's a Buick that fits your life because at the heart of every Buick SUV is you.
And tonight's winning numbers are 18, 55, 39, 71.
And 43.
43?
Those numbers again.
We won!
Yes!
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
I'll hold on to that.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
The new GMC Sierra with hands-free driving offers the most advanced and luxurious pickup in its class. Yeah, it rocks.
Time to call a credit repair company to fix my credit.
Hold the phone, man. You can do it yourself with Credit Versio.
That's way too hard. Call the credit repair company. Most credit repair companies only work on 1 or 2 accounts at a time, making it slow and expensive. You won't figure that out for months. Ignore him. Credit Versio's brilliant software scans all 3 credit bureaus, finds the accounts that are hurting your score, and guides you through the entire process. Anyone can do it. Let's fast forward and see the results. Wow, I fixed my own credit and saved hundreds. You can do this. Visit creditversio.com.
You want to go out, Walter? Let's go.
Pace yourself.
That's incredible.
Oh yeah, it's a Chevy Silverado Trail Boss. This thing's built for off-roading right from the factory.
No, I meant the cat.
It's like nobody's seen a cat before.
The Chevy Silverado Trail Boss. Find new friends, find new roads. Chevrolet.
Social media doesn't really feel very social these days. Sure, we get to see our friends, but it's so much better to be with them. And even though we're more connected, we miss being together. Tap into what's happening right now and meet up with friends, old and new. With the only social network that's designed to get you offline and back into life. Swoop in. Let's hang.
It was always a tradition in the family to play saxophone. My mom was a saxophone player.
I started playing in the 7th grade. It makes me happy to know that he's following my footsteps. I'm really honored.
My mom was taking me on a college tour at Shaw University, and she's like, oh, look, DJ, that's the McDonald's I used to go to. This McDonald's is so important because it ended up being a place where our band members would go to get to know each other outside of the band room.
Oh, you, no? You!
It's definitely like our student union.
But with fries.
For our crew to go.
And welcome back as we abruptly end intermission and get you back to the action. Start of the 3rd quarter, Gauchos versus Strive for Greatness, the 16U edition. I'm looking forward to the second half. A couple keys to the game here in the second half. Farrell Compton and Braden Burries. That 1-2 punch, well, actually it's introducing itself here as we open 3rd quarter action. Burries with a nice lay-in. I think the 1-2 punch of Burries and Compton is a key, but also you got to look at the guard tandem. Guard tandem of number 4, Ty Turnage, and number 1, Caleb Popolt, and their impact on the defensive end. They're guards that harass other guards. They have to get some turnovers and stops if the Gauchos want to win this game. Another key is number 12, Haloin Rollins. He just impacts the game on both ends, nonstop. He and Storrs Jr. have been a formidable tandem inside here against Strive for Greatness as they battle against the likes of a Farrell Compton up and down the court. So the stage is set. Should be a pretty good second half given some of the pieces that are on the floor. We're tied at 38 apiece as SFG turns that one over and it heads the other way. Shot missed. Compton gets the rebound. Pass ahead. Nice pass by Alexander. His helper allows Malik Rasul to get his first points of the second half. Put Strive for Greatness up by 2 in the process. Rollins to Turnage. Turnage. Deep 3. Can't get the shot to go. Looks like they're going to get Jones to push there on the rebound attempt. You see Compton. Nice pass ahead. Alexander takes it from there. So the pass to set up the pass, and Alexander, nice execution to get it to Rasul for the lay. Turnage drives on Alexander, can't get the shot to go. Eating glass on the inside there is Compton. He gets another rebound. Now here's Alexander. Shot blocked. Blocked, but not completely cleanly in the eyes of the official. As Jaden Alexander will head to the free throw line. Can't get the first one to go. Second one is good, so we got a 3-point lead. I think the largest lead of this contest has been an 8-point advantage. So both teams have stayed within striking distance. Checking back in for the Gauchos. It'll be Caleb Popote. As Jayden Almanar will get a breather. Popote off the mark there on that jumper. No sir, says Rasul as he smacks that one away. On the attempt by Storrs Jr. I believe there was a shot clock violation. So not a ton of communication on that, but I'm just sort of speculating there. Shot clock violation is going to send it the other way. Logo 3 coming from Evans. James Evans gives Strive for Greatness their largest lead of the game at 6 points. 2 if it goes for Storrs. Can't get it to go, and here's Jones. Trying to get back-to-back threes. Evans. Can't get that one to go. Storrs gets it to Turnage. Turnage to Popote. Evans loses the handle momentarily, and that one's broken up by Turnage. Pass intended for Jones. Here's Storrs. Got Turnage running with him. He's going to keep it, and we'll head to the line. Storrs Jr. leaving it all on the floor, man. He's doing a lot. As he kind of motions to the bench for one.
First shot no good.
At the next available opportunity. As Hoops legend Book Richardson there on the sidelines for the Gauchos. Back into the game is an intriguing prospect for the Gauchos, number 3, Kenny Thompson. Thompson, very long arms. Wingspan that he uses on both ends, and he has to check in, and Farrell Compton is there to welcome him to the game. We'll see how he fares in that matchup. Evans driving baseline, avoids the defender in the air and lays it in. Again, Evans warming up as the game continues. Knocked down a couple threes. They're able to score on the drive. Pushes the advantage to 7 points. Here's Rollins. Able to finish that one off the window. Jones misses, Farrell Compton doesn't. Reinforcements on the offensive glass there keeps the advantage at 7 points, but not for long. It's Lucas Murillo answers with a 3 of his own. Evans gets caught in the air, but finds a lifeline in Tanner Jones. Jones can't get the 3 to go. Here's Parker. Murillo, his coaches wanted him to take the first shot. He drives in, tried to get a closer look. And it will stay with the Gauchos. It's Brandon Storrs Jr. He got a breather. But he's back into the contest as you take a look at another Farrell Compton finish. And Farrell is big enough and talented enough to have stretches where he puts and keeps Strive for Greatness ahead. Whoever's guarding him, that'll be a matchup to watch as we get late in this game. Storrs Jr. and Compton doing a lot of heavy lifting for their respective teams, so conditioning will definitely play a factor. Here's James. Gets it to Evans. Evans is fouled and will head to the line. Evans good on the second free throw, so it's a 3-point game. That's been the margin that we've been at for the majority of this contest, it seems like. And although you've seen a lead as large as 8 for the Gauchos, and I think 7 has been the largest lead for Strive for Greatness. Meanwhile, Farrell Compton continues to go to work. He's already got 20 plus. I have him unofficially for 21 points. Storrs Jr., good job of getting Compton in the air, finishing off the glass. Compton can't get it to go. Storrs Jr. with the basketball. Takes it right at Tanner Jones and is able to get the bucket. Compton on the other side, one at the and one. Turnage in and out. Jones with the rebound. Jones has that one smacked against the glass by Rollins. Now Turnage. He's got Popote running with him, drops it off to him. Can't get the shot to go. Burnside pulls it away. Ahead to Jones. Jones, the alley. Farrell Compton, the U. So Compton's going to get a breather. But let's take another look. Jones, a nice setup. Burnside pushes it ahead. Jones gets Storrs Jr. to commit. Sets up the nice alley for Compton. He's going to get a well-deserved rest here as we wrap up the third quarter. And of course, Gauchos are going to give Stores Jr. a rest as well. Those two guys are going to have their fingerprints over the final stretches of this game. Got to replenish the electrolytes while you can. Meanwhile, Ty Turnage saying, "Don't forget me as well." Book Richardson firing them up. Gets the step on Burnside, gets that one to go just off the battle decal there on the window. Turnage already on one. Book Richardson giving him a little fuel as he heads back to the stripe. So Turnage completes the three-point play the hard way. 2-point game now. Burnside was trying to get it to James. It's knocked away, and now Turnage, easy layup drill on the other end. We're tied at 55 apiece. Jones, pass intended for Evans. Murillo gets the steal. That one's blocked, and they're going to call a foul. It's going to go against Frank Wilson. Turnage, he's hit some tough buckets. That's one of the easier ones he'll have all game, thanks to the team defense of the Gauchos. Dante Jones taking a teaching moment with both Burnside and his son Tanner Jones there. Again, it's fun watching the talent on the floor, but when you see some of the coaching influences that are able to give these guys nuggets, just adds to the atmosphere, and also it allows you to see the process as these guys develop and get better, you know, to maximize their play at whatever level they're intended to maximize their play at. I think sometimes we get so busy in criticizing and critiquing that we sometimes, you know, forget about the process. Still, three-pointers off the mark by Popote. We're back where we started, but not quite. We're still tied, but it's 55 apiece. A lot of sweat put in, more sweat to put in here in the fourth quarter. You're watching the Battle in the Apple on SUV TV.
When you don't feel like working and you still got to go to work, that's the grind. And that's what you have to do sometimes.
When you choose to put in the work and embrace the journey, success has no choice but to find you.
Buzz, come here. I want to see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. with the varsity.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, you made it.
Thank you, Coach.
All right.
Moments away from getting the fourth quarter started. Frank Wilson set to inbound it for a strive for greatness. They have Frank, number 13. Braden Burries, number 23. Number 22, Malik Rasul. Number 44, Mr. Burnside. And Tanner Jones, number 4. On the Gaucho side of things, you've got number 1, Caleb Popote, who passes it up ahead to Turnage. Turnage thought about the 3. Instead, he's going to take it right at Jones, who played that very well defensively. Instead of aggressively closing out on Turnage there, he kind of anticipated Turnage driving to the rack and was right there to beat him to the spot. But again, the 5 for the Gauchos. Turnage, number 4. Caleb Popote, number 1. Number 5, Lucas Murillo. Number 20, Mike Hughes. And number 11, Elijah Parker. Pass tipped by Popote at one point, but Rasul sticks with it. Persistence pays off as he flips that one up and in to give Strive for Greatness a 2-point advantage. And I think if you were to look at and obviously Rawlins, Halon Rawlins, as well as Brandon Storrs Jr., they're probably the tallest players. In addition to Kenny Thompson, they're probably the tallest players for the Gauchos, with the other two guys having a few more LBs on them than Thompson as you take a look at that block. Nice defense by Strive for Greatness. But when you look at the size just on paper of this Gaucho squad, you might not expect them to be as tough defensively as they are, but they get their hands on a lot of basketballs, block a lot of shots. They do a lot of things that if you're just merely looking at the airport test, they might not do. It's a fun part about the game. Airport test and layup line might have you thinking one thing. Once the game starts, you got to play it between the lines versus merely sizing things up. Tied at 57 apiece. Burries, nice little drop off to Wilson. Wilson, call for the travel as he tries to gather and go up. Good defense by Jaden Alexander as he forces a 5 count against Popote. Popote didn't think he got the 5, but I'll tell you this, even if you review it and it wasn't a full 5, just to even get it close enough to where you got the official to make the call, that's good movement of the feet and defense by Jaden Alexander. We'll see what SFG can do with the newly created possession. Here's Rasul. Going against Storrs Jr.
Can't get that one to go. 2 more, stay there.
Ty Turnage guarded by Burnside.
57-57, 6 minutes.
Turnage just off the mark, got the shot he wanted, but it wouldn't stay down for him. Here's Burries. Burries stepping through, shot off the mark. They fight for the rebound. Alexander has it, now trying to wrestle it away from 2 Gaucho defenders. Jump ball, we'll see where the possession arrow sends it. So a tie ball game as Ty Turnage brings it across the timeline. He's guarded by Burnside. Now they'll switch off. Rasul has him now. No matter the matchup, he's still able to knock down the 3. Puts the Gauchos up by 3. Their largest lead for the game is 8. Burries. Thought about 3, but Rollins knocked it away. Again. Rollins tried to spin. Didn't have the ball as he completed it. Now it's Burnside. Burnside off the glass, a little too strong. They fight for it. Continuing to fight is Wilson. Burnside has it blocked. Rollins will get it to Turnage. Turnage will pull a 3. Good. Ty Turnage. And that's going to prompt the Strive for Greatness timeout. Ty Turnage just doesn't plan on losing the game. I mean, none of these players that lace up are going out here to do that. They're going to give it their best effort. But Turnage, in terms of his composure, when they needed a bucket, when they needed to slow things down, he's done it. When they need to speed it up, he's done it. Need to force it into Storrs Jr., he's done it. Needs to create offense himself, he's done it. We'll see what he's able to do with the final 4:43 here at the Battle in the Apple. Still more action left.
Don't worry, Ma. We'll be there soon.
We? Is this the one?
Well, let's say I found the one who takes me to another level. Always stays calm under pressure. Most importantly, the one that helps me discover the coolest places.
This sounds wonderful.
Come outside, I'll introduce you.
They're here.
Definitely the one.
Introducing the all-new Nissan Frontier.
Once upon a time, there lived a princess with really long hair who was waiting for a prince to come save her. But really, who has time for that?
Let's go. Feeling myself. I'm feeling
She ordered herself a ladder with Prime one-day delivery, and she was out of there.
I want some hood girls looking back at it and a good girl in my tax bracket.
Now, her hairdressing empire is killing it. And the prince? Well, who cares? Prime changes everything.
But I'm back at it and I'm feeling myself.
Wait for this time.
And welcome back to St. John's Prep, home of day 2 and day 3 of the battle in the Apple. Rasul trying to work against the smaller Elijah Parker. Doesn't get the initial attempt, but he's going to head to the free throw line to see if he can get it that way. Rasul, first one on the way. Can't get it to go. I think both teams are going to look back at some missed free throw opportunities. You know, kind of add up to the bottom line of this contest. You know, no use in crying over spilled milk. At the same time, they're working so hard in other facets of the game. When they set themselves up to get freebies, you want to see them take advantage of it. Both teams would definitely make each other work hard enough for the other options. Turnage, mid-range, fouled on the play. Let's look over there. Richardson still teaching as he's scoring, as he's getting the trips to the line. Richardson still dropping nuggets. Seven-point game now in favor of the Gauchos. Evans going to the rim. Did a nice job finishing as Rawlins. Again, not giving up on the play. Evans able to finish. Turnage guarded by Rasul. A foul on the play. Strive for Greatness not happy with the call, and I can't say I blame him on that one. And again, I say that with all due respect to the officials. I think there's more than enough room to respectfully disagree with a call without, you know, crossing that line to where it becomes disrespectful. But that's just a tough call to make. Nonetheless, we move on as the players on the court have. Turnage going to the rack, and he'll head to the line. That'll be the 5th team foul against Strive for Greatness. Pope. He misses. Rawlins tries to follow above the rim. Can't get the shot to go. They'll say last touched by the Gauchos and back over to Strive for Greatness. Evans able to keep that one away from Rawlins. Gets it to Compton, who's been able to get a few minutes of rest. So I'll tell you, Compton versus Storrs Jr. and/or Rawlins, that's going to be huge here in this final 3 minutes, 11 seconds. And Strive for Greatness tries to close this 5-point gap. And again, you talk about Ty Turnage having his fingerprints all over the game. I expect him to find that happy medium between closing time, but then also being able to manage this game in a way that nurses and grows this advantage and gets the Gauchos across the finish line. Compton and company are on the way. He gets a piece of that one. Rasul with the rebound, protects it. Now Storrs Jr. gonna pick him up. So he gets past him, just short with the layup. Storrs to Turnage for three. Ice cream. Ty Turnage with the and one. And again, 2:49 left. But I'll tell you, you guys have been watching the game as well. With what you've seen, do you think Ty Turnage plans on letting this game go away? Now that they have was a 5-point advantage, now an 8-point advantage with under 3 minutes left. We do have a shot clock. So mathematically, this game far from over. But again, I'm just merely talking what we've picked up on over the course of the game. In this battle, Turnage has been a constant. So we've got a timeout on the floor. 2 minutes, 48 seconds remaining on the game clock. An 8-point advantage for the Gauchos. We'll step away.
You see, Head & Shoulders has a scalp shield technology, protects against flakes, even between washes. It's never not working.
Kind of like us. Number 15?
Never not working!
I don't like this one.
Me neither.
Let's get out of here.
Head & Shoulders scalp shield, never.
Social media doesn't really feel very social these days. Sure, we get to see our friends, but it's so much better to be with them. And even though we're more connected, we miss being together. Tap into what's happening right now and meet up with friends, old and new. With the only social network that's designed to get you offline and back into life. Swoop in. Let's hang.
You know how some carriers give you so little for your older busted phone you just end up living with it? I don't think so. Verizon lets you trade in your broken phone for a shiny new one. You break it, we upgrade it. You dunk it, doggy bone it, slam it, wham it, strawberry jam it. We upgrade it.
Get a 5G phone on us with select plans.
Every customer, current, new, or business.
Because everyone deserves better. And with plans starting at just $35, better costs less than you think.
Braden Burries with it for a strive for greatness. They trail by 8. Under 3 minutes left to play. James Evans getting the bounce. He makes it a 6-point game. Turnage wants to get it to Storrs Jr. Storrs Jr. being guarded by James, takes it right at him, and now he'll head to the free throw line. Storrs good on the first free throw. Cha-ching at the free throw line and cha-ching on the mic. Here as the PA announcer. You know it's a big event in this area when cha-ching is in the building. James in the corner. Nice pass to Rasul. Rasul gets the lay. Five-point contest. Now James guarding Turnage. Double comes from Rasul. And they call a foul on that play. think James was locked in on defense. I don't think he heard the whistle. He was still trying to tie it up and take the ball. I respect the defender in him. Turnage will head to the free throw line. Turnage good on the first. Turnage misses the second. So still a 2-possession game. Burries to Rasul. Rasul, good look at three. Compton with the offensive rebound. Rasul sticks with the play. Cuts for a Compton find, and now he'll head to the line. Who can hit free throws here late in this contest? We're talking generalizations. Both teams have missed, 6, 7 plus free throws. I mean, we're talking a 6-point differential when you look at the game. Rasul can't get the first one to go. Makes good on the second. 5-point game. Popote gets past Evans and gets it in the trusty hands of Turnage. Turnage guarded by the savvy Evans. Evans goes for the back tap and he'll commit the foul on the play. It'll be a 1-and-1 scenario. That's the 19th foul against Strive for Greatness. Turner knocks down the first. Turnage knocks down the first. Brief slip there. I know Turnage is like, look, man, I've done way too much work for you to get my name wrong here in this game. And that's everybody across the board. Everybody deserves to get their name right, when we get the accurate roster. But yeah, Turnage, it's like, no, I've done way too much for you to get that one wrong. Helps put them up by 7 as we've got 1:20 seconds left. Here between this one. As I mentioned, the next matchup, expect, leave about 10 to 15 minutes after this one concludes, just for warm-ups. But the next matchup will be the Strive for Greatness 17U squad versus the Riverside Hawks. 17U team dropped one to the New York Wrens last night. On the floor for the Gauchos, it'll be number 12, Halon Rollins, number 5, Lucas Murillo, number 14, Brandon Storch Jr., number 1, Caleb Capote, and number 4, Ty Turnage. It's a 5 for the Gauchos. Braden Burries with the basketball for Strive for Greatness, joined out there by Rasul, Jones, Evans, and Compton. Burries will drive, able to bump one defender off, wiggle his way through the other two. Evans almost comes up with the steal, tries to throw it off of Murillo's leg, throws it off of himself instead. Good hustle, though, by Evans. Take a look at Burries again. The same way Turnage has been able to use his speed and craftiness, Burries has been able to use some of that size advantage against the smaller guards. Pope to Turnage. Storch Jr. eats the push in the back, lays that one up and in. hoop and the harm, and that might be the figurative nail in the coffin. Storrs Jr. has put together a heck of a game. Got to contend with Compton on one end. And provide consistent scoring support on the other. Jones and Storrs hustling for that one, and they'll say it was last touch by Jones. Good sportsmanship by Turnage. Take care of a quick wet spot. Player safety being paramount. As Compton was already guarding Storrs Jr. on the inbound. He's still guarding Storrs Jr. Eight-point game, and we'll have more free throw practice for Turnage. Turnage at the line, waiting to shoot his first free throw.
First shot no good.
Can't get the first to go. He'll split the pair as he knocks down the second one and pushes the advantage to 9 points. Nice move by Rasul.
Believe if you just kick that gear off, you'll be all right.
See Rasul working there against Parker. Storrs Jr. comes over to help. Too late at that point, as Rasul able to get the bucket. Drive for Greatness 16s will take the court again between 6 p.m. and 6:15 p.m. as they will tip off against the New York Lightning for their second contest of the day. Turnage, I look forward to seeing Ty Turnage's total. I'll tell you what, beyond his point total, just his impact on today's game. No way to oversell it. Good contest, but one in which the New York Gauchos finished victorious. 77-69. We'll see you in a few minutes. Strive for Greatness 17 and under, taking on the Riverside Hawks.